now it's my turn. This month, I want to talk about two of the most hated words in all of IT. Mission critical. Yeah, you hear it all the time. Email is mission critical. File servers are mission critical. Everything is mission critical, right? No. You know what's mission critical? Oxygen. Without oxygen, you die. And so oxygen is mission critical. Yeah, not having email is inconvenient, but a lack of email is unlikely to cause death or major brain damage. It's not even likely to cause any significant loss of money. It's just annoying. But here's the fallout of labeling everything as mission critical. Fear. When an IT team is told that nothing can ever fail, ever, then they're basically just being put into a culture of continuous fear. Because of course, something is going to fail at some point. Only everything is mission critical. And so everything IT does starts to get viewed through this lens of, could this possibly fail? And you know the best way to avoid failure? Change nothing. Ever. A lot of companies adopt change management frameworks like ITIL. And I like to joke that because ITIL was originally created by a portion of the UK government, that it's like asking the DMV how you should run IT. I also like to joke a bit that ITIL's approach to change is to basically halt all molecular motion, to only allow change after it's been, to paraphrase Douglas Adams, sent in, sent back, lost, found, subjected to public inquiry, and then buried for 3 months in soft peat and recycled as a firelighter. It's a good joke at a conference, but it actually hits a little too close to home because while ITIL wasn't necessarily meant to stop change, that's how a lot of companies use it. Because change creates the possibility of failure. And because failure will not be tolerated, because everything is mission critical, calling everything mission critical is basically telling IT that they need to be on high alert at all times, every day. But human beings can't do that. Businesses complain because IT takes too long on projects and because we're not agile and we're not flexible and we always say no, but that's because we're simply terrified of failure. When you tell us that everything is mission critical, the safest response is to lock it down and prevent change as much as possible. Business leaders with unrealistic expectations are obviously partly to blame here, but so is IT. Our problem is that when something does fail, it takes us too long to recover, and so what could be a minor inconvenience, not having email for an hour or two, can too easily turn into a major problem, not having email for a week, and then finding out you lost everything in everyone's mailboxes. We started this perception back in the day when we really didn't have much of a choice. Recovery options were basically tape drives and rebuilding servers from scratch, like actual physical servers. Fortunes were made creating faster recovery solutions, real-time recovery solutions, and so on, but too many of us in IT haven't moved on from those days. Oh, I mean, maybe we're not using tapes now, but recovery still takes too long. And that's because we still configure servers manually. We treat them as special, unique pets, and when they die, we have to have a funeral, build a crypt, and then go shopping for a new pet. Too many companies are still fighting the more automated DevOps-style approach to infrastructure management, where servers are cattle, not pets. They're not unique. If one gets sick, you kill it and make another. Think about it this way. If you have a monitoring solution detect that the email server isn't performing well and might be about to crash, then that same solution can kick off a runbook that spins up a new server and deletes the old one. And your downtime might be between 0 seconds and a few minutes. No manual effort, and most importantly, a consistent result. Suddenly, failure is an option because it's an inconvenience, not a week-long catastrophe. Saying that everything is mission critical is dumb. Saying that a certain amount of downtime is tolerable, well, that's smart. Building an infrastructure that can hold the line on that downtime, that's forward-looking. But we need to eliminate this culture of fear and this blanket intolerance of failure because it's unrealistic in a physical universe, and it's unfair to both IT and the business. Not everything is mission critical. And that's our show for this month. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll check back next month for more of Pluralsight's IT Ops news and talk. Until then, I'm Don Jones.